Welcome everyone to Revelation Day 3. We have 4 monstrous matches, and we are talking enormous. I am the Sentinel, joined by...
I am the gargantuan Josh again. I'm just kidding. I'm actually very tiny.
He is. He's skinny, but that stakes could not be bigger. And this man has a big bombastic personality, and that's why we love him so much, and why we've invited him back several times over to come do commentary.
I've been accused of compensating many times in my life.
Well, compensating, that's all Michael Corleone. You're going to have to talk to them about that. But in any case, there is no better compensation than the thrill of a major matchup. Just ask any employee, they will tell you the same. But we have got have this matchup.
Face. I'm glad I clocked into work today.
That's right, and I'm glad you clocked into work today too, because this would just not be the same if I had to do it myself. A little bit of context for this matchup, as this is Hellfire and Brimstone against the first ever CIW Tag Team Champions Wario and Waluigi Team Mischief. This match is occurring because back at Thanks Grappling, we had the Tournament of Champions to determine the #1 contender for the World's Championship. Our main event tonight, Symbiote Spiderman defends his championship against the winner of that tournament, Kratos.
Oh shit, that's gonna be a fun match.
That's right, folks. It has all come to this after we saw in heartbreaking fashion last night the betrayal of the Riddler, who cost the Greasy Green Gigolos what might be their last shot at the tag team titles of DC. Despicable behavior, slimy behavior by the Riddler. I wish I were surprised. But in any case...
My heart is in a trillion pieces right now, Sean.
I know.
I don't know if I'll ever be able to emotionally recover from that.
They got so far and came so hard, and in the end, it didn't even matter. And I did not miss that. I said that exactly the way I meant it. As the Grim Reaper...
All right. Okay.
This is the Gigolos we're talking about.
Process grief and trauma in different ways. You do you, my man.
This is the Gigolos we're talking about. But the Grim Reaper... Oh, God! Here comes Satan. Well, in any case, Wario pins Satan.
More explosions.
Wario pins Satan in the first triple threat match, to make it to the finals against Kratos. Which, that did not sit with Satan at all, as we discovered, because in the middle of that match that Wario almost had, out of nowhere, the Grim Reaper makes the whole place blurry, dims the lights, brings them back up. We thought he was going to attack Kratos, given their history. Instead, tombstones Wario to hell, and Kratos, with no choice but to pick the bones and get the victory. But, of course, not being enough for these two, called for this matchup as Satan and the Grim Reaper take on one of the most notorious tag teams in CIW history.
This is a throwback, ladies and gentlemen.
This is going to be a barn burner. Who you got in this match, Josh, again?
I don't know. Like, Hellfire and Brimstone are so imposing and intimidating. But you got the stalwarts here in Team Mischief. Honestly, I think it's kind of a toss-up, but I'm leaning more towards Satan and the Grim Reaper because, you know, sheer mass and size.
Sheer mass and debauchery. It's not like these two are model citizens. This is the literal devil and the guy who does the paperwork in the Grim Reaper.
Yeah.
So, but not for nothing, Wario owns a gold...
The devil and his receptionist.
Yeah, well, yeah, literally. Well, Wario is no pushover either. He owns a gold mine. And Waluigi does a lot of the paperwork for the gold mine. So it's not like they're not familiar with that whole situation. And Waluigi a lot of the times has to take his mind off of crunching all those numbers by playing some tennis. Yeah. But Wario and Waluigi, former tag team champions. Waluigi, a 2-time tag champion as a part of Dirty Wah. And former CIW champion in Wario, who's going to start this match with the Grim Reaper. Here we go.
And, of course, Satan himself, also a former world champion.
That's right. And you have to wonder what Satan's condition is. I know it's been a couple of months since, but the last time we saw Satan actually competing after getting hoofed by Wario was, wait a second, and wait a minute, 3D!
3D first move of
3D
the night.
in a cover! Could be over before it starts, too!
No
and only
way.
2!
Satan Satan was like, oh, hell no. No, absolutely not.
Team Mischief is not fucking around.
What a start.
Wow, I was not anticipating that at all.
And neither was the Grim Reaper.
Yeah, in the early going here. And a low blow.
I'm not surprised.
Message sent.
I did get kind of surprised by that 3D at the beginning.
Yeah, it's referee Jerry Jones, who is basking in the tears of the Cowboys season, here to call this entire night. Thank him for coming in and putting himself in the line of almost literal fire.
Yes.
Against these two. And folks, in case Jerry Jones, the 82-year-old Cowboys owner referee, gets beaten up here tonight, there was only one way you could pay for his medical bills, like he needs the money. But how do you do it, Josh, again?
You gotta like, you gotta share, you gotta subscribe. Maybe not necessarily in that order. Choose your own order. We're very flexible down here.
That's right.
But basically, that's all you have to do to save a referee today. Hashtag CIW Save a Ref.
That's
nice
right.
Neck breaker by Wario.
Yes, Wario. And so far, it has been Team Mischief in firm control of this matchup.
And they shocked them with that 3D.
Yeah,
and other than breaking up the pin and various low blows.
Yeah, like that one right there. And in comes Satan now.
Yeah, maybe this will be what they need to finally get out of the block.
Well, and you think about Satan and Waluigi and the history those two have. It was Satan back in the Satan Soldiers days when he was amassing people to do and converting them to do his dirty work. The first man that was converted was Waluigi.
That is true. I remember that.
As a matter of fact, Waluigi was the MVP of the 6-on-6 for Satan Soldiers
remember that
night. Waluigi was Satan's right-hand man for a long time. And the fact that there was never even an apology, there was never even a my bad said between these two, like, you have to imagine that there's some resentment on Waluigi's part for all that Satan put him through.
Imagine possessing someone and then being like, you know what, my bad.
Yeah, imagine,
my bad.
But imagine not even giving them the courtesy of doing that when he was forced to release them. Oh God, and witness right there, just choking Satan in the ropes.
Maybe he should have apologized.
Yeah, maybe he should have. Not that Satan is one to apologize. I can't imagine he'd ever have the humility.
No, I think you're right on that. One.
But that was our inaugural CIW champion, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
What a time that was. And thank you all.
Who do you have winning this matchup, Sean?
Oh, I don't know. Because it's the thing is, if you're looking at on paper alone, Wario and Waluigi have the credentials. But if you're looking at just mayhem and actual, tyrannical success as far as domineering over, both Wario and Satan have done that to some effect. Mm-hmm. And, as we mentioned in the matchup, in the triple threat matchup, at least Abizzle and I did, that these two, Wario and Satan, had a one-on-one match when Wario was CIW champion that never had a conclusion because the match was interrupted by the Grim Reaper.
Yeah, I remember that.
That set up the Dark Alliance that would take on Satan Soldiers at Revelation 2 years ago. German suplex countered by Satan.
Someone that big should not be that athletic, but again, he is the literal devil.
Yeah, but he's always has been. Deceptively fast, and now a half a flapjack. A partial pancake, if you will.
A 1.5D.
That's right. As Wario is waiting in the wings, as Waluigi has really taken the fight to Satan. It has been all Team Mischief here in the early going.
I'm very surprised by that.
As well, but all it's going to take is one piece of deceptive momentum changing, and the entire course of this matchup could be altered. But do you think...
I think that's what the Grim Reaper was trying to do, but the referee was like, yeah, no, you're the illegal man.
Yeah, Jerry Jones is staying on it. For all that Jerry Jones has been criticized of, he has definitely been one of our strongest and biggest stalwart referees that CIW's had in the 10 years that we've been around. And we could not thank Jerry enough for dedicating his literal geriatric years to CIW. Cover from Waluigi, 1, 2, only one, as Grim Reaper is able to make the kick out there.
Yeah, I think Wario might have cost him a little bit there because it took him a second to get out of the ring and Jerry Jones was fussing at him instead of making the count.
Yeah, well, and it took even longer for Wario to get back to his corner, which allowed Grim Reaper to get in there pretty quickly.
If there's one thing that'll ruin this for Team Mischief, it is them getting high off the fumes of their own farts. That is definitely a problem.
And that could be the detriment of both of these teams when you think about it. Another half flapjack and Satan's busted open.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to tell, but...
Yeah, not that anyone would know, but the drips of blood on the canvas tell that story. Punch to the dick.
Message sent to hell.
Well, and you know, you got to give something to both of these teams, too, because while the fans will cover from Wario, 1, 2, and again, Grim Reaper breaks it up. But while the fans have come to really respect and appreciate Team Mischief, it's not like they're the cleanest motherfuckers ever either. Oh, Goldman Sachs! Goldman Sachs is down! And now Grim Reaper's stopping him from making the cover.
Oh, smart move by the Grim Reaper.
And that could have saved Hellfire and Brimstone the matchup right there, Josh, again.
Absolutely. That could have been it.
Yeah, now just tossing. The yeet toss. No Usos included.
Yeeted.
That's right.
I was also about to bring up Jay.
Yes, right. Usos not included. Hey, Waluigi, watch that. Jerry Jones got a little roll-up. He's not the legal man.
Just running distraction, I guess.
But the dirty tactics, they're not going to be... As Jerry Jones is arguing with Waluigi from across these two, small package, no count given here.
Imagine arguing with someone over a collar and elbow tie-up.
Yeah, that led to a small package that somehow didn't knock either of you off your feet.
Yeah.
As this matchup, and I'm actually surprised how adherent to tag rules this has been up to now.
Yeah, I'm surprised by that as well. I'm also surprised just how much offense Team Mischief has gotten.
They have.
I mean, they're going up against the Devil and the Grim Reaper, and it has been mostly Team Mischief.
Well, but you remember how dominant that that Team Mischief were when they started, and even when they reunited, you know, at the end of last year, they've only lost to DC. That's it. Oh, big slam there, and another flapjack.
Dear God, he's a big fan of that move.
He's filling up the plate, I'll tell you that much. Cover from Waluigi, 1, 2, and no. Grim Reaper with an elbow breaks it up with no syrup.
They're okay. They're gonna.
Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. Womp-bomb. And now Grim Reaper, he's distracted here. Is he going to be able to get back to his corner and not even able to get the count right to the eyes? Satan needs to make a tag.
Desperation right there.
Yeah.
Satan needs to get out of this match. He's been getting his ass kicked.
They both have. I don't think Grim Reaper or Satan anticipated just how much of a house of fire that Waluigi and Wario were going to come into here out of the gate at the start of the third day of Revelation. And folks, we got a major card not including this matchup. This is just the start. We've got Simon Belmont versus Sagat. No countouts. There must be a winner. That's happening next. And then, of course, who's going to run this bitch? Abizzle versus Michael Corleone. If Abizzle wins, Michael Corleone sells his shares, and Abizzle runs things officially as majority shareholder. But if Michael Corleone wins, Abizzle's wrestling contract is terminated, but he's not fired. He still does commentary stuff, but he can't wrestle anymore.
My thoughts on that match is I support whoever wins.
Yeah, that's right. Thank you for your service, whoever it is.
Yes.
And now the referees count up to 7 here, and Satan, I believe, is the legal man, as Waluigi back in. Satan
I was about
back
to
in.
ask who the legal people were.
Yeah, Satan and Waluigi, as both sides were getting attacked by the other.
Yeah.
As Grim Reaper just slapping the shit out of Waluigi.
And Satan trying to wipe the blood out of his eyes.
Yeah, well, Satan, it's got to be hard to see. And now I wonder what Satan's blood is actually like made of. Is it like human blood? Is it some other liquid? Am I asking too many questions? Forearm, and he got him.
Oh,
forearm
right to that open wound.
Into the skull, and that was an impressive height from Waluigi.
Yeah, that was very, and he somehow was able to hit Satan and completely miss Wario, because Wario was cutting it kind of close.
Yeah, and I'm starting to think that maybe Hellfire and Brimstone are getting a little nervous here that they can't beat these guys.
Yeah.
You know, referees count up to 5, back suplex.
And Satan has been legal in this matchup for a long while.
He has, and now the Grim Reaper's just dealing Waluigi. Waluigi is the legal man. And now Spike, a pole-over pile driver from Wario, but Wario's got to get out there and get Waluigi back into the ring. And at 9, Grim Reaper pulls him back in.
Was that smart, though?
Well, they may not have been, and now a cover from Waluigi.
That might have been a really not smart
Yeah, that might have been the worst thing to do. But I have to admit, I did think that they were going to go for a count out. I did think that they were going to, and I hate when people do that. There's been too many countouts in this company because everybody thinks they can just get away with just being cowards, and I really don't like it. Oh, wait a second. German from Wario, Tombstone from Grim Reaper, but he's not the legal man. He can't go for the cover.
Still did plenty of damage, though.
Yeah, Waluigi cannot be feeling good after that. As Waluigi back to the outside, and Waluigi trying to get a little revenge, and I don't even know if he knows where he is at this point.
Yeah, this match is absolutely broken down.
Yeah, folks, I don't want to say it's lost the plot, but I'm certainly not sure where it's headed.
I'm not sure what chapter we're on anymore.
Yeah, because these four individuals, to be suspected, are now just brawling. It's now a fight. Punch to the dick.
Message sent, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, there's been a lot of messages sent. Referees count up to 5. And now a sweeping DDT as Satan and Wario still in the ring brawling it out. Grim Reaper has Waluigi, who is the legal man on the outside here. And now slamming Waluigi's face. And I don't even know if Wario knows what the count is. The count's up to 9. And I don't think Grim Reaper's letting him go. Not like this. Come on. Come on.
Are you serious?
This is one of the biggest shows. Really?
This does not surprise me at all.
Hellfire and Brimstone, of course, sneak their way out. I'm surprised we didn't get them blurring out of existence. But they instead, they're going to celebrate, quote-unquote, winning a match by just slamming Waluigi's face into the steel steps until Jerry Jones had no choice but to count him out.
Man, I don't know how you see this any other way than them chickening out of a match that they were losing.
Yeah, because that's what happened. And that is the kind of clash you get from the Devil and the Grim Reaper, but I guarantee you, Team Mischief is not going to let them get away with that.
Oh, yeah, this is far from
Without a doubt, there is no way this is where it ends. But this is going to end here tonight.
Oh, boy.
Now, it would take too long to litigate how much has gone on between these two over the past 2 years. So I'm going to real spark notes it for you.
Sagat's life story. Yes. How to be a dick.
Sagat, who is the biggest asshole of CIW. I know I'm supposed to be impartial, but I don't know how you can be when you see this guy do what he's done. But he formed the Forgotten Fighters of Nathan Von Schrader and the man he's fighting tonight, Simon Belmont, because Simon Belmont's career was going absolutely nowhere. They have success. Simon Belmont fights at a Soul Calibur Gauntlet and does very well to the point where he starts having confidence in himself. Sagat loses to Ken Masters in a gigantic 20-minute Iron Man match at the end of last year, and Simon Belmont says, enough's enough, I'm going on my own. They wrestle at the WrestleBration, nothing doing. They wrestle again, and Sagat once again uses Nathan Von Schrader after they brawl in the arena. They go all over the place in that Falls Count Anywhere match, and Nathan Von Schrader ends up costing Simon Belmont. Then they have a Soul Calibur Gauntlet again, but this time Simon Belmont, after Brandon Ulrich mows over Ken and Johnny, Simon Belmont defies the odds and beats all three. Does a clean sweep. This guy right here. And a phenomenal ovation.
Ladies and gentlemen.
And a phenomenal ovation for Simon Belmont. Listen to how beloved this man has become in CIW because he has put the work in. So,
I mean, he's been here forever.
He's been here forever, but it didn't click until Sagat came into the equation, which Belmont understands, but now he has got the confidence to be who he is meant to be, and to knock out Ulrich, and to knock out Sagat. He knocked out Sagat and he pinned Ulrich. And Ulrich said it didn't count because he didn't knock him out, and then Belmont beat him. And then...
Wow, Ulrich bitching about something. Who would have seen this?
Well,
I feel like I've seen this movie before.
Well, because he's under the tutelage of Sagat, which made it even worse, because then Sagat turns around and goes, yeah, you knocked me out, but you didn't pin me, so you didn't beat me. So, like, using the exact opposite line of reasoning to get this matchup.
Imagine being as whiny as the Ultimate Beast Ulrich is, and then making Sagat your mentor.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
And these two, there has never been a really definitive win for either of these guys, but it's happening tonight. There's no countouts. There has to be a winner. There has to be a winner here tonight. One way or another, it is coming to an end here tonight. Simon Belmont and Sagat. Who you got, Josh, again?
I'm going with Simon Belmont. Someone has got to put Sagat in his place. You can't just be a dick all the time and not face the consequences of your actions.
Well, and to think, and to suggest, and this is my favorite part, he did get shown a message when Simon Belmont pinned all three of them in, or beat all three of them in that Soul Calibur Gauntlet this year at the Autumn Asylum pre-show. And oh God!
Oh, bad start.
And that is a rough start for Belmont, as Sagat doing what he does best. Kick
We're
to
off
the
to the
balls.
races early here, I see.
Well, and Sagat, who is very upset at being beaten in that Soul Calibur Gauntlet, as Sagat won the first one last year, but Simon Belmont got the better of him this time, and now exploiting Jerry Jones's count. That had gone up to 5, that would have been a disqualification, because we're not going to let him get away with everything. There has to be a winner, but if you get disqualified, get punished. You know, it's, and oh God, what a fireman's carry into a flapjack.
That was impressive.
That was
the Thunder Thigh Express coming here to do some damage.
Well, you know what I've noticed too, Josh, again, is that ever since Simon Belmont has really started winning and coming into his own, he always brings a new move to the table.
Yeah.
There's always something from him we have not seen before. It's really, and this, if he can remember any of them now, as Sagat just pounding the brain.
Why are we the forgotten fighters? Because we all have CTE.
Yeah, literally. Somebody call Antonio Brown or Tua Tagovailoa, and now reaching into the back.
Dear God.
And knees into the back, as right now it has just been brutalizing to the point of he's blown himself up, is Sagat.
Yeah.
That's how much spite he has for this man. Oh, God. And a full Nelson bomb, because it's not the Goldman Sachs. We saw what that looked like.
Yeah. Man, that might be an error on Sagat's part right there, using so much of his power, blowing his wad a little too early, which does sound like something Sagat would do.
Now cover from Sagat. 1, 2, and...
Here we go.
What a surprise. He said no when he probably could have won it. And folks, get ready for a lot of that, because this man seems to want to prove a point. Oh,
dear God.
We have seen that power slam put away men. We have seen that power slam end matches.
But Sagat popped right back up and ran right into the eye rake.
He did, but he certainly got it. And that's the thing about Belmont, is in the same vein of like Team Mischief taking and utilizing dirty tactics, even though they're beloved now, Simon Belmont did learn from Sagat. You know, so don't be surprised if we see Simon Belmont take a couple of jabs here and there that may not be the most honorable moves, because this is that personal, ladies and gentlemen.
Mm-hmm.
It is that personal between these two.
And I believe Sagat might have just tried to go for the big squee, but Simon countered it.
Yeah, well, he's going to be very, very careful about that big power slam.
There we go, Simon.
And Simon Belmont has proven that he can beat Sagat. You know, there aren't a ton of people who can. Simon Belmont has proven he can, and for some reason Sagat cannot come to terms with that. Backbreaker.
Of course not, because he's a petty bitch.
It's what he likes to do. He likes being a... There is no one more petty than Sagat. We have seen that demonstrated on a number of occasions.
Well, Brandon Ulrich
Oh,
likes
wait a minute.
to give him a
Big
little run for his
squee!
money.
Big squee right there!
Oh,
And that could be it! As...
Oh, crap.
And not to mention, he didn't even go for a... Oh, no, not another one. Another big squee! And that could do it. Simon Belmont's throw and the cover. Why do I get the feeling he's not done? 1, 2, 3... Oh, wow. You know, you do this after so long, and I start understanding what you're aiming for here. Sagat's not going to be settled by just attacking and winning this match. This is about brutalizing Simon Belmont, punishing him for his insolence, for going against him a year ago after he was
Sagat is absolutely one of those guys to be a massive dick and then get mad at people calling him out for being a dick.
100%.
And responding by being even more of a dick than he was previously.
Well, not for nothing. Think about what he did psychologically to Ken Masters. Think about when
He
Sagat
ruined that dude's life.
When Sagat basically said to Ken, "You are meant to be on pre-shows. You are no." When he betrayed him years ago, before the reboot, before the relaunch, another big squee. And then they kept fighting.
This is not looking good.
It is not looking good at all. They kept fighting and fighting, and then and another one, a fourth big squee.
4.
That is the Sagat spike as Simon Belmont, and he's not even going for the cover. I think he's tired himself out here a little bit.
Yeah.
And now the cover. This is it. 1, 2, and come on, Sagat.
Dude.
You
hit him with 4 big squeeze. What else could you do?
A low blow to send a message, to flex a little bit. And
you know what would send a message? Winning the fucking match.
Winning the match would be nice. That would do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, that's not enough because he has to demonstrate his small penis to the world. That's what it is. It's about flexing his ego. And he did that. And the problem is, he told Ken Masters those things, and they fought, and then he won the street fight that forced Ken on the pre-shows for a year. And then he messed with him on those pre-shows. Big boot, and now Belmont's busted open.
No.
And now Ken Masters to the point where he no-showed the pre-show of Revelation when he was supposed to have an open challenge. Ken didn't even show up to his scheduled match. And now Boot Fest.
Oh, boy. Just repeated boots to the skull.
That's right. And now, oh, God. And this time,
counter though.
Thankfully, Belmont's starting to get some ground. But what kind of condition is Belmont in right now? His face a bloody mess. And another big squeeze.
Oh, no.
Sagat, just end this,
blood
dude.
Is everywhere.
Just end this. There's blood on the tape of Sagat's hand. 1, 2, 3. Dude.
For the love of, you've hit him with 5.
Dude, come on.
He's a bloody mess.
He's trying to hospitalize Simon Belmont. This is about brutalizing him. This is a match-sanctioned assault. And
illegal mugging.
But Simon Belmont, it does not matter if he can't see. Oh, God.
Oh, what a right.
What a thunderous right hand. You know, we've seen Simon Belmont dig at it deeper than this, but how much can somebody take? Oh, he went for another one, it looked like.
I don't even want to know how insufferable Sagat's going to be if Simon wins this.
Well, think about how even more insufferable it would be if Sagat wins this. Oh, no, going up to the top. Up to the top. Elbow drop to the skull.
Doesn't quite knock him off his feet, though.
No, but the punch does.
Oh!
Simon Belmont getting offended.
Like, fall down,
how
damn
dare
it.
that
I'm hitting you as hard as I can.
Well, Sagat is a giant redwood of a human being. He is an enormous size, but Simon Belmont, look at the strength. Backbreaker. And now, oh, wait a minute. Could be seeing a fall-away slam to the outside.
Oh, man, Simon needed that.
But
he needed that,
is exhausted. He is absolutely exhausted. What is it going to take for Simon Belmont to get back into this matchup?
And everywhere he steps, there's like a puddle of blood under him. It's gross.
Yeah, and now went for another big boot. Did Sagat. And now Simon Belmont somehow finding a way to stay alive. Another clothesline. Uh-oh, up to the top rope again. Going for another elbow drop, and that one got him down.
There we go. Cover him, cover him.
Belmont needs this opening. This could be exactly what Belmont needs to get back into this matchup.
Or hit him with the Castlevania Crumbler.
And remember, folks, there must be a winner in this matchup. There must be a pinfall or submission or disqualification if you're really a dick. Wait a minute, Castlevania Crumbler! He's got him! He's got him! Castlevania Crumbler! That's gotta be it! Bam! Come on, Belmont! And and didn't even go down, did Sagat. And instead, Sagat proving his strength again with a power slam.
Oh.
Where does the dude find the strength? And wait a minute! What's Ken doing here?
Oh my God!
That's Ken Masters. I heard the music. What the hell is? And Sagat's out there. Sagat's on the outside. I don't think he even knows that Ken's there. Oh, now he does. Oh, now look at this stare down.
Oh.
Ken Masters, a man staring down the man who ruined his life. As Sagat getting back in the ring, What is Ken Masters thinking?
I have no idea.
And now vaulting Simon Belmont to the outside. And I was like, hey, wait! Oh!
What?
What?
Why?
What the hell did I just witness?
There's no...
Ken!
No way!
No! Ken!
Stockholm Syndrome?
You gotta be kidding me! And a 6 big squee!
No.
Not like this!
Absolutely
You have
not.
gotta be kidding me! No!
Ken, what the hell,
No!
man?
1, 2, 3, and Sagat wins!
Are you serious?
Did Ken Masters just reunite with Sagat? Is Ken part of the Forgotten Fighters now?
Are you...
How broken did this man become?
He must have forgotten what Sagat has been doing to him for the past year and a half.
Or did he admit that Sagat was right all along? What is this? He no-shows the pre-show to come and do this. Did you sell your soul, Ken? Do you have no heart? Do you have no guts? Sagat wins this match, and Simon Belmont has been completely screwed. And speaking of screwed...
Oh dear God.
Now we get this, and Michael Corleone has added this stipulation. Last man standing.
Oh God.
So whoever is... When it comes to who's going to run this bitch, we're going to have a winner.
Yeah.
Where I feel like we all just became losers as to what just happened not a mere moments ago. Folks, if you're just joining us, I don't even know if I have the words. Ken Masters just cost Simon Belmont his match against Sagat after 2 years of Ken Masters being just completely made a fool of by Sagat. I don't even know what to say. I really don't, Josh.
Psychological destruction.
I'm shell-shocked right now at what just took place. But in any event, we have to keep moving on, and the stakes could not be higher for this matchup. Abizzle fighting for the majority share of CIW.
I am happy with whoever wins this match. I am contractually obligated to say.
Well, the year of Abizzle, Josh, again, as you know, has been tumultuous.
That's putting it mildly.
From his alliance with, which began this, when in the Rebels and Redcoats tournament against Tenacious E, Abizzle betrayed Corleone and walked out on him, then assaulted him in the parking lot, re-broke the leg of Corleone, and then because he then became the next of majority shareholder, ran rampant with CIW finances, winning the Exceeds title, rebranding it. Here comes the boss, the real boss, and the man
the sheer amount of peddling of moon-based products on this show.
All the monster sponsorships. You know, it was
the amount of times that your show crashed through my house.
3 times, in fact, to the point where I got arrested for it, and it wasn't even my fault. But that is what came. It was chaotic. It has been nothing but chaotic ever since May. And Michael Corleone here to restore some order here at Revelation. But can he, and then this is major here because the thing that bothered me, you know my whole philosophy on like commentators not getting in the ring. Abizzle has been everywhere. He's been wrestling all the time. Here we go. Corleone wins. Abizzle's wrestling contract officially terminated. Just a commentator at that point. I don't like us getting involved. I really don't. It's not, this isn't our story. You know, and an armbar to start out. And I know you said contractually you are rooting for whoever wins this match, but in your heart of hearts, Josh Again, who do you think comes out of this on top?
I'm sick of the moon products. They're very strange. They glow in the dark. It keeps me awake at night. Like that back tattoo that Abizzle has, it's glowing. It's weird. That's not natural.
Yeah.
I'm concerned about Abizzle's long-term health and mental sanity.
Well, here's the interesting thing, though, Josh, again, is that I know that Abizzle has really been staying more terrestrial. He hasn't gone up to the moon in a long while. You know, I mentioned it on the pre-show. Not only does he have a kid here, but, oh, an Abizzle splash! A big Bizzle splash, and another one!
Ooh.
As Abizzle going up and starting to fire on also, and a low blow. Can't say I didn't see that coming. He has a very nice purple zebra striped suit, by the way. I didn't mention it.
Yeah, that is true. He sent Corleone a message, no doubt saying, I am the Rock.
But he's fired security guards to pay for those suits. Oh, wait a second. Elbow drop and missed it. And he might have tweaked the knee there, did Abizzle.
Oh, this is the worst kind of match to mess up your legs.
Yeah, that might have been a costly mistake, as Abizzle kind of limping on it. You see there just kind of stutter stepping.
Yeah.
Maybe trying to get a little circulation back into it.
Oh,
but,
hey, now, just slammed right into our table.
But, no, come on now. Come on. He's like,
come on.
He's looking for the monster rehab he tried to put under the monitors, and it's not there.
Yeah, I put it in the trash can because it tastes like garbage.
Yeah, and Corleone locked the
like
monster
shit.
rehab safe, too, so that didn't help either. Oh, now Corleone. He's not messing around either. He had his leg re-broken by this guy. He's not pulling punches, and now choking the life out of Abizzle. And I know he's my best friend, but he kind of deserves this.
Yeah, he does. And you know what else he deserves? You know what? I heard that his least favorite flavor is the peach monster. You know those pink ones?
Yeah.
Well, guess what I brought to the announce table today?
There you go. Well, and
Absolutely.
Here's the thing. Abizzle's been very mad at Tenacious E because as Abizzle has been abusing his power, giving Tenacious E insane amounts of title matches, they have lost all of them.
Yeah, it's been quite a losing streak.
And he's a results-based guy, and I know that he was not happy about the fact that Jack Black couldn't get it done against Prince of Persia on the pre-show for the Exceeds Championship. Prince of Persia retaining that match.
Yeah, I think that's why he's been not going to the moon as much.
Yeah.
It hasn't been yielding the results that he wants.
Yeah, he's more like, I think the moon has been taking Abizzle energy rather than the other way around. And now wait a second, now they're on top of the table here, and now just pulling the head, and now look at this, and that's some moon magic bullshit. What is that?
Moon shit.
What was that? I mean, just as I say that things are being discoursed, he pulls that fugaziness. And now speaking
Enough
of
with the weird moon shit, Abizzle.
God, he substituted it for a barbed wire 2x4, and is swinging for the fences here. Is Corleone. Corleone has control of the bat, and folks, for those of you unanointed into the idea of what a last man standing match is, they beat the hell out of each other until one man cannot answer the count of 10.
Mm-hmm.
And
basically everything is legal.
Yeah.
Including that shot of the ball.
Anything goes, and the count can begin anywhere. So it doesn't have to be in the ring. Heel kick. Watch out, Jerry.
Oh, yeah. Oh, accidentally clipped.
And now and Jerry, who's trying to get in the middle of these two. Not a good plan, dude.
Yeah, what do you think?
Wait a second, Jerry? Godfather, right there, laying in the middle of the ring. Well, kind of the middle of the ring, kind of the upper northwest corner of the ring. As we are, but this ain't the Louisiana Purchase. So instead, Abizzle's trying to purchase the shares of Michael Corleone. A low blow message sent.
The amount of low blows on this show, man.
Well, the amount of just Jerry started the count, and Abizzle didn't even let him.
So many messages sent on the show, like the inbox is full. Where are all these extra messages going? Just into the ether, into the void, never to be seen or heard from again?
I assume that Abizzle just leaves them all on red. That's what my understanding has been. And now back onto the table is Abizzle. Thankfully not our table. Because, wait a second, AB plex through the table! And now he can't.
Oh, no!
And he can't go for a cover because this is a last man standing match. You can't win on a pin, which actually makes Abizzle's AB plex rather unusable.
Yeah.
In this matchup. Is that going to be a factor into the... And I wonder if Corleone knew that when he made this match.
I mean, Corleone's a smart guy. He's probably thinking ahead.
He's a reason why he's a big... Well, he and you are the big part of the reason why CIW's numbers have increased the way they have. As Corleone not wanting to play in the trash yard, even though Abizzle was trying to lure him over there. And Corleone's not having it. He's like, I'm not getting involved in that.
Yeah, the ring is this way.
Yeah, and maybe he is. He's like, fuck it. Almost hit him on a there we go.
I mean, as much as he doesn't want to go over there, I mean, that's where you have to, if you want this match to end, you kind of have to go over and fight it.
You got to be where your opponent is, but Corleone needed that moment too. And another chair shot.
Oh.
Another chair shot, and oh God, right into the face.
Oh, we've already seen plenty of blood.
Yeah,
tonight.
and another AB plex, but again, can't go for the cover. But that's out on concrete, ladies and gentlemen. That's all blacktop.
Yeah.
So you can only imagine how much more that wear and tear that does on the 83-year-old body of Michael Corleone. And oh God, smashed through the monitor.
Oh no.
That's the monitor that our tech crew uses when they're going and changing camera angles in the crew. And that's going to be a little bit harder for our production team. I'm going to see if we can get somebody out there to replace that monitor for them, because they do tireless work, endless work to give you the action that you deserve. And
Michael Corleone almost got thrown into those speakers.
Yeah, and Abizzle, he's starting to feel a little bit more exhausted himself. You can tell, as Corleone just taking a powder here away from the mayhem.
Yeah, it's been an exhausting matchup thus far. Taking a lot out of both people.
Absolutely, and another low blow.
Come on.
And now a counter. Corleone counters, but he is hurting, and a clothesline.
Oh, and he nailed him with that one.
A big clothesline, now just punching the head of Abizzle.
So stop breaking my fucking leg.
Yeah, literally. Oh, and now Abizzle's down and a count of 1. As referee Jerry Jones keeping a very healthy distance.
Yeah, I don't blame him.
This is the safest I've ever felt our referees, and I hope that's not famous last words.
The second you point that out, they immediately gravitate to the ring.
I know, and it's like, yeah, you know what? We should be putting Jerry in more danger.
Fuck you, Jerry.
Yeah, I know, literally. And oh God, well, to be fair, Abizzle is a Giants fan, so I guess that does kind of track. As Abizzle.
If you say so.
And Corleone, yeah, you're just going to have to take my word on that one.
Yeah, I'll take your word for that.
And Abizzle, who just untied the turnbuckle pad.
Yeah, I saw that as well.
As we'll see whether that comes into play later on. And now getting back into the ring.
Man,
as
you can just see how tired he's getting. That was a very weak thrust kick.
They're both tired. Oh, wait a second. Godfather! Big Godfather! Abizzle got back into the ring. And it's almost like he was lured in. Is that it? What not a 1 again?
Damn.
Abizzle, I'm impressed.
It's the moon magic. The only thing that makes sense is the fucking weird moon magic.
I know, and Abizzle, again went for another clothesline, and again, maybe tweaked his knee. And he's getting a little reckless out there, I think. But, you know, Abizzle's got a lot on his mind. There's a big goal ahead of him. He wants the chaos to continue. He's like, burn it down. He doesn't even know Seth Rollins. And a slam into the head. He's The Rock. He doesn't know Seth. And think about that. I said what I said. And now, wait a second. Yeah. DDT into the chair.
Oh, no.
That's it.
God.
And Abizzle might get his wish. And 1 and an AB-plex. But again,
piling on the damage here.
Yeah, well, he knows that Corleone came back with a vengeance. He knows it. And come on, Abizzle.
Really?
Jerry Jones vaulted to the outside, and Corleone going with him. The 80-year-olds are being harassed. And now, and hit them both. Hit them both with
God, no.
And they're both heaving.
I had no idea that Abizzle was so ageist.
And God, Abizzle's like, I am The Rock now.
The Rock doesn't like old people.
That's right. Unless your name is the descendant or wife of Muhammad Ali, in which case, give me a belt. And
yeah, give me a belt that I can lord over people forever.
And never defend.
Yeah, ever. I just have it just to be a prick.
But we didn't even talk about it. Abizzle has now brought Corleone back out to this production area as the punishment just continues. He's begging for this not to be over. Hey, wait a second. Wait a second.
Shit.
Into the speakers.
Oh.
And that might have, thankfully, I don't think that'll, oh God! Fire extinguisher to the dick.
God.
He hit him right in the dick with that metal fire extinguisher.
And now it's hitting him in the leg.
And now, into the head. My God.
Brutal.
And Abizzle could have the match won there. That might have knocked Mike out. As Abizzle and the count up to, come on. What are you doing? And now just using that table to slam into Corleone. Oh, Mike's got it now. Mike's got it now, and he's got Abizzle on it.
Oh, no.
This is not a good place to be. We saw Noob Saibot break his neck up here doing something like this.
Yeah. Oh, but Abizzle was able to moon teleport his way off the table.
Well, he went for a kick, and Corleone got him. Well, Corleone, I think, pulled the table out from underneath him. And
it's hard to tell. The moon magic stuff is just so weird.
I know, and it just shows up at the most random times.
Yeah, and I would like for it to stop.
Yeah, well, I think we'd all like for it to stop. And if Corleone wins, you'll get your wish. But this match has been so damn back and forth, it's hard even to tell who's going to come out on top.
Referee and if Abizzle wins, I never had a complaint ever.
That's right. And now what a reverse kick there. And that could have knocked Mike out. Referees count up to 2, and Abizzle will not let Jerry Jones make this count.
You know, maybe if Jerry Jones was a little bit younger, then Abizzle would let him count.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. Maybe, but Abizzle's going to want to win this match. He's going to have to give it to Jerry eventually. And now another steel chair. And just more brutalizing.
Oh.
And Abizzle wants Corleone never to return to this company at the rate he's going. Oh, God, what a chair shot.
Oh, and he's busted. Oh, God.
And that will do it. The referee's
that was a hellacious chair shot.
I think this might be an inevitability now as the count up to 5. Abizzle, leave him alone.
I was wrong about the moon.
God, and now even still, Abizzle, come on, dude, up to the top rope, elbow drop right into his chest.
Oh, man.
And he's not even letting Mike have it. Stomp to the gut.
Oh.
This is gross. Elbow drop. Oh, and he got the knees up.
There we go.
When I one too many times, Mike is not letting this happen. As finally gets a spark, as Abizzle was just brutalizing him.
Yeah.
Which one of these two men is going to control the company you are currently watching?
Yeah, maybe Abizzle should have just gone for the win and left well enough alone, but he got a little too greedy.
Well, again, that's been his whole thing. He spends money. He's been firing security guards. You know, low blow, message sent, but Abizzle, his head is starting to feel the effects of this matchup. And he got exhausted. Corleone got back up and hit him with a third Godfather. That could do it.
Oh, is that going to be enough?
And Corleone, Mike, for the love of God, just walk away.
Just let the ref count.
As Jerry Jones starting to count up to 4. Is this it for Abizzle? Is the Abizzle administration finally at an end? The count up to 8. 9. Did he do it? The boss has won the match.
The moon sucks. I can say it now.
It is.
Fuck the moon.
It is finally over. No wonder Piccolo and Eggman blew that shit up. Your winner.
I know, right? I don't blame him.
Michael Corleone, who took a hell of a lot of punishment from Abizzle in this matchup, found a way to dig down deep, hit a third Godfather, and retain control of this company. That is the last match of Abizzle. As his wrestling contract is terminated.
I just texted Abizzle. You know what I texted him? You are not The Rock.
That's right. And where's Maury Povich when you need him? As right now, he's old too. As Michael Corleone celebrates.
No wonder Abizzle hates all these old people.
He celebrates the retention of his company. What an emphatic win by the boss. Thank God for Mike. And now, our main event.
Oh, shit, I am excited.
The main event of Revelation. These two, this is a clash of titans if I've ever seen it. Symbiote Spiderman, the CIW Heavyweight Champion of the world, who won the title at the WrestleBration against Prince of Persia, going up against the man who was screwed out of his belt thanks to Jokey Jokelstein, Kratos. He was the 2-time champion, won it from Shiva at Oblivion, and then the Grim Reaper with the tombstone, and then the cash-in. Symbiote Spider-Man won this belt in the subsequent tournament to crown a new champion, and has been an honorable fighting champion and defended it multiple times ever since. And you can hear from the reception of this crowd how much Symbiote Spider-Man means to the heart and lifeblood of CIW. This is going to be an all-time great matchup against two names synonymous with the success of this brand. Who you got?
I don't know, man. Spider-Man could retain. Kratos could become a 3-time champion.
Yeah, never been done before.
I was about to ask, has there ever been a 3-time CIW champion?
Not a heavyweight champion, and now there is a distinction to be made because this is the CIW Heavyweight Championship as opposed to the CIW Championship that this man held, who he still looks naked without, a calendar year later.
It still looks weird.
I have never quite gotten used to this man not holding gold, and neither has he. Hence why he is here tonight. And Kratos actually sent a very heartfelt card and edible arrangement to Wario, because he did not want to win because the Grim Reaper got involved in the middle of their match. After having a feud this entire calendar year with the Grim Reaper. But that doesn't mean that he won't capitalize on the fact that this opportunity is in his lap. Because this man never lost the CIW Championship. Not really. Not really.
Because he has a better win-loss record, I'm going to go with Kratos in this one.
Oh, this is the hardest test that Symbiote Spider-Man has had to endure, without a doubt.
We have seen Kratos just eat through and mow down so many people.
Yeah, I want to give you a few names here, Josh, again. Sub-Zero.
Lay him on me.
Sub-Zero. Freddy Krueger. Aquaman. These three men, Jack Black. Symbiote Spider-Man has defended this belt 4 times this year. And he has done a very good job of those, but there's something missing from all 4 of those individuals. Well, 3 of those individuals, and 1, it's been a very long time. World champions. Freddy Krueger had the title for all of 2 days, so it's hard to even categorize it in that. But all of those guys, they were smaller, they were agile, but they were also looking to capture their first taste of world title glory. Not only does Kratos have the experience, not only does Kratos have the size, but Kratos might also have a psychological advantage. Because if you remember, Josh, again, do you remember who Kratos' first match in CIW was against?
I believe it was Symbiote Spider-Man.
In the King of the Spring tournament that Kratos made his debut. This is for all the money. Hey, but wait a minute! That was what it was all about. What the hell is Shiva doing out here?
Whoa, has the match even started?
The match at the bell is not run yet. Devaloka! Dear God, that almost took Kratos' head off. And what the hell? And now Shiva has just disappeared, and that's what it's all about. Somehow Kratos back into the ring, but his bell had to have been rung by that Devaloka. Well, that caught
me by surprise. I thought that they at least put their issues beside them. I guess it was I need to deal with Hellfire and Brimstone, then back to business as usual, I guess.
Well, that was a big part of the problem. It was kind of the enemy of my enemy is my friend, which is how the alliance started. But I think the fact that Kratos got this title opportunity and Shiva didn't, being the only guy who has pinned Kratos clean, that must have led to some level of arrogant bitterness in the gods. You can't really be that surprised about it. Pretty much all gods have that capability and quality.
Yeah.
As that's going to be a tough nut for Symbiote Spider-Man to crack. But now this bow and arrow, a good start here, trying to work on the back of the Son of the South.
And you know that Spider-Man does not approve of that.
Of course not.
He didn't want that kind of advantage going into this.
Of course not. Which is why
now, even if, unfortunately, if he beats Kratos tonight, there's going to be a bit of an asterisk next to it.
I know, and I really hate that for the master of the Bellini, who has been nothing but. All right, well, the playing field, I think, has been leveled now.
I would agree. I agree.
I feel less bad now about what has taken place. I mean, I still feel bad because now Shiva had no business being out here.
Exactly.
And when the bell, all Jerry Jones was doing was displaying the title on the line. But if there's anyone who can shake off a Devaloka and win this belt, it's Kratos.
I mean, it honestly might have just pissed him off.
It could have. But then again, we know how devastating that Devaloka kick can be. No matter what, whether Kratos, who's obviously going to deny that he's hurt, but no matter what, Kratos is going to feel the effects of that Devaloka the longer this match goes, without a doubt.
Who do you have winning, Sean?
Well, I mean, I want to believe that this is the first time I really do feel like Symbiote Spider-Man is the underdog in a matchup that he's had. I mean, not that match against Aquaman, that Spider-Man wasn't in danger a few times. He was, but I don't feel like there was the threat like the 2-time CIW champion Kratos, who just got a power slam cover 1 2, and only 2. Bellini kicks out.
We're early in the match, but that was still a close one.
Well, you have to imagine, Josh, again, that after what has happened with Kratos, who wonders where his head's at, but there's probably a little more sense of urgency to get this business done to then figure out what the hell just happened with him and Shiva.
Yeah, because now Kratos, not only did he take that Devil Oka kick, he's probably wondering why did he do that?
Well,
because that's got to be a bit of a distraction.
Without a doubt. And keep in mind, at the end of last year, Kratos and Shiva traded that belt back and forth. Shiva beat Kratos with the Lion's Head Jackhammer, then Kratos beat Shiva with the Lion's Head Jackhammer. So they are 1-1 when it comes to major matchups. And you know with two bravados like that they're going to want to know who the better man is. And with Bellini, out of nowhere.
Oh my God.
Bully, come on, Bully, cover him. His head's already hurt.
Cover that man.
Cover him.
Cover him.
And come on, now didn't even stay down long enough to.
I would be intimidated.
Yeah, as Kratos starting to get up.
Wow.
You know, Jacob Fatu took notes from the Son of the South.
Absolutely. That barely even registered.
Yeah, and that's amazing considering that the man had his head kicked in before this match started. Folks, if you're just tuning in, this is the World Heavyweight Championship match between the champ, Symbiote Spiderman, and the challenger Kratos. And before this match started, Shiva, the former CIW champion, came out of nowhere and Devil Oka Kratos on the outside.
My God, did you see that?
Yeah, I did. As Bellini
went, broke his arm trying to clothesline Kratos.
Bellini went for a clothesline, and instead, the knees of the decapitating style of Kratos, and now just working on the shoulders, the trapezius muscle, and now the brain.
You know, stuff like that makes me glad that that I have the cans on and I'm not actually in the ring. Because I don't want to die.
I would never want to be across from a man like Kratos. Oh, wait a minute, sunset flip. 2 and only 2. I thought Spider-Man could have stolen it right there.
He almost stole it.
Yeah, well, and that may be the way that Spider-Man has to win this because he has got the speed advantage. He's really going to have to take it to as much as he can. And a top rope arm drag.
Oh, wow. Man, did you see the distance he got on that?
That's 2/3 of the way across the ring.
Spider-Man's not looking good.
Spider-Man is really getting overmatched here, and he's already hit Kratos with a Bellini.
That did nothing.
That did nothing. Yeah, the champ is...
I would be so intimidated.
The champ is certainly in trouble here, and I'm trying to go for an over-the-top suplex, and Kratos just too big.
Wow.
And a shoulder block.
I guarantee you after Kratos got up from that, he mouthed, fuck.
Yeah.
It's like, what else do you say to that?
Well, and Kratos, you have to imagine with Kratos, who's now just getting some punches in and a big right hand. Kratos, this almost feels like an inevitability at this point that we might get our first CIW 3-time champion, world's champion.
I wouldn't completely count Spider-Man out just yet, but it is not looking good.
Well, Spider-Man shows an incredible amount of resilience very frequently in CIW. There was a lot of points there in that 30-minute Iron Man with Aquaman that I did not think Bellini was going to dig down deep and tie it the way that he did. But he did. Nobody.
You're gonna have to chill with these power moves. It's not working.
Yeah, well, he's desperate to get one in if he can, but you can see he's now starting to work on the arm. Does not want to feel that Lion's Head Jackhammer because that will end his title reign.
Yes, unless.
There we go.
Big clothesline. Unless maybe Kratos would hit it. We've seen Kratos hit that move too close to the ropes before.
Yeah, we sure have, and that could be a saving grace. A short arm clothesline.
But again, these power moves aren't going to cut it, Spider-Man.
As slowly but surely they're going to work their way. But can Spider-Man survive this? Oh, God, and more of the knees.
Oh, these MMA knees are just brutal, man.
Well, and when you work the trapezius muscle, you're really taking a shot at the shoulder blades and the delts, and that really stops a lot of your movement, a lot of your ability to lift and process and even hit the ropes.
Yeah.
And now a counter. Bellini, he's trying. You will never see Spider-Man quit. Not this one. Not Tobey Maguire.
Absolutely.
But
he got that nice DDT right to the head.
He sure did. And that's what I think that's what Spider-Man needs to do. Whether he's happy that Shiva helped him or not, he has to strike where the iron has hit the head.
not almost break your leg kicking him in the gut.
Yeah, well, thankfully he got a little space there. And no, try it again.
Oh, no.
And the way that Kratos just marched toward him.
Oh, that has got to be just that not only intimidating, but soul-crushing.
Oh, absolutely. And Spider-Man, he's trying here, but he's got to figure out a way. I mean, it's hard to beat a guy like Kratos. Very few have done it. Big hip toss.
There we go. Now, if you want to use some kind of lifting move, you got to get the proper leverage like you did right there. You can't just straight up deadlift Kratos.
Yeah, you need momentum on your side. And that is not an easy thing to do when you're fighting a man like the God of War. You know, and now, spear into the corner. A big spear in the corner. But he's going to have to do more than that if he's going to take down a man like Kratos. That's evidenced by that emphatic standing side kick. And now an arm bar. A big arm bar. As now just wrenching the arm. Is that going to be enough to put Spider-Man away? I really doubt that Spider-Man is ever going to tap out.
I think he would rather pass out.
Yeah, I think he would 100% rather pass out, which he might be close to.
Yeah.
As these two are just beating the hell out of each other back and forth. Just punches. Oh, another kick.
Ooh. Good Lord. And how many more of those can Spider-Man take?
I don't know. His head is definitely feeling the effects. As is Kratos is more than likely. As that big Bellini could hit at any time. And now just raking the head onto the ring ropes.
Oh man.
And that's a creative thing. We usually see testicular torture, but I think Spider-Man recognized that because he couldn't lift Kratos up, he had to do the next best thing. That's more of an honorable type of move instead of just, the testicular torture. Absolutely. But Spider-Man is exhausted.
Ooh.
He's been beaten. He swept the leg, which was smart.
That was slick. And
now Kratos, he's starting to feel it. Spider-Man has slowly but steadily started chopping down at Kratos.
But it's taken a lot out of him. It's taken way too much out of him.
It's taken a lot out of both. Which one of these men are going to win this match? As it has been back and forth.
It has been nail-biting, ladies and gentlemen.
Folks, this is for the biggest prize in CIW, the CIW Heavyweight Championship. The champion Spider-Man, the challenger Kratos. This is your main event of Revelation. Here at the end of 2024. And again, Spider-Man trying to lift up Kratos.
Man.
Maybe hoping that because the core was hurting of Kratos, they could do it. Oh, God, and a back elbow. And
Oh, no, dear God.
Kratos just pounding Spider-Man. Probably bringing some flashbacks of Spidey's matches against Joke Boy over there.
I don't even want to think about that clown.
I know, me either. Because he is a clown.
Yes. In every sense of the word.
Yeah, literally. And
nice box office dipshit.
And Spider-Man trying to lift up Kratos again to the top rope and couldn't even get him up to the top. And he's going to have to find another way. Sweeping DDT, but Kratos with that head, he's taking a lot of cranial punishment. Is that Devil Oka going to catch up to Kratos? He's looking out. He's looking hurt.
Might just do that.
And Spider-Man going for a cover. Could he pin him? 1, 2. He got him. Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
Spider-Man with a DDT somehow won.
Wow.
I said the longer it went, the harder it would be. As Symbiote Spider-Man shocks everyone and beats the Son of the South for the CIW Heavyweight Championship. What a title retention.
I honestly did not think that was going to happen.
Me either. And it's amazing to think that the champ was an upset. But what a way to end our Revelation Day 3. Thank you all for coming. Your winner, Symbiote Spider-Man. And wait a minute. Wait. No. No.
Why? Why do you have to ruin everything?
Why are you here? Why is Joker back? Folks, we don't have any time left. We're going off the air here, but the quote-unquote CIW champion, the man who ran away from the belt, and now the stare down. Folks, we're out of time. What does this mean for 2025?